Your speech-to-text app works, but would it survive a unit test? In this episode, we'll create a unit test for speech recognition service. But the first thing we need to do is to make the test fail first. The test is intentionally red. I am using it to demonstrate the red-green testing cycle. Now let's let the test fail. Now I'll run the test, which should fail. The reason why the test failed is because right now I am expecting the old name, which is SpeechRecognitionService Service. To make it pass, I need to update the expected value to Speech Recognition Service, which I'll do now, and then you'll see that the test will pass. I'll just copy and paste it from the clipboard. And run the test again. That's the wrong one. I pasted it in the wrong location. It's the right location, but I used the wrong value. It should be speech to text or speech recognition service, which needs to be applied here. Let's run the test again. This time it should really pass. The next test we'll create is to test to see if the speech recognition service type really exists. I'll just copy the test function name to the clipboard. Type the following. This test also confirms that the speech recognition service is still exposed to the testing target. On line 133, I'm missing equal for the assert. Now let's run the test. It should pass first time. The next test we need to create is to see if we can get the actual permissions from the recognition service. Here, I am protecting the async permission contract used by SwiftUI. The important design decision is that the UI receives a simple optional error message. That means the view does not need direct knowledge of speech or microphone permission API. Now let's run the actual test, but I first need to include my XCTest assert. I'll just copy that code from the clipboard. and then run the test. As you can see, it passed. Between lines 141 and 144, this keeps the permission API stable. Request permission should continue returning an optional, and it also provides user-facing error message if needed. Our next test method is to test to see if the speech recognition can be stopped at any time. This protects the cleanup API used when recording ends. At this stage, I am not starting or stopping a real audio engine inside XCTest. In a more advanced setup, the audio engine would be injected so I could verify the recording of the resources are actually being released. Now let's run the test. Between lines 152 and 154, this makes sure that the UI still has a safe way to stop recording. I'll paste the last test from the clipboard and then type in the rest of the code. The purpose of this code is to protect the recording API used by SwiftUI. Review provides one callback for recognized text, and 1 callback for user-facing errors, which is here. And both of the callbacks stay on the main actor, which keeps the UI updates predictable and isolated. I'll just run the test. And now I'll run the actual speech recognition service test that includes all of the tests for this episode. So they should all pass. In the next episode, we'll build Firebase Authentication to enable users to sign in, create accounts, and log out. This is where the app becomes real.